Yeah, I just wanted to issue a tiny correction in regards to how the Democrats screwed you with this America relief plan. Okay, so basically, the other day, America Rescue Plan, by the way, it's called. Yeah, so the other day we were talking about how they passed this relief bill without the minimum wage, the $15 minimum wage. They passed it by with lowering the eligibility, right? They threw around 12 million Americans off of it. I think they raised it to $80,000. Yeah, so the checks phase out at around $80,000 if per year, if that's their salary. And they also they lied about the checks, right? So it was $2,000 originally, and then it's $1,400. And you know, there's I gave you the wrong vote count. Okay, so I gave you the vote count from when it first passed the House. Okay, so let me show it to you on the screen. So the final roll call, it was 220 to 211. All right, not 219, 212. Okay, this one 219 to 212. This is when it first passed the House. Okay. All right. So this one, here we go. This was on the 27th of February, 219 to 212. And my point was that, you know, you could have held up this bill. If Democrats wanted to, they could have held up this bill. That's a difference of 7 votes, right? My point still stands, but I want to give you the right number, which is over here, 220 to 211. Okay? Because it doesn't change anything. That's still a difference of 9 votes. Okay? So, again, 27th of February, they passed the American Rescue Plan Act. This contained the $15 minimum wage, right? It was in there. It goes to the Senate, and the Senate amends it. They did like something like 400, 500 amendments or something ridiculous. And they removed the $15 minimum wage, right? Apparently, Joe Manchin, senator from West Virginia, has more power than Joe Biden, right? Who, again, Joe Biden did not even bother lobbying him and trying to convince him to vote for it with the $15 minimum wage. Joe Manchin's like, yo, you keep the $15 minimum wage in this, I'm not voting for it. And it's not going to pass because no Republicans are voting for this. Okay? So the whole thing hinges on him voting for it. Incredible, right? He won't use the bully pulpit. He won't use his power as president, you know, this most powerful office in the world, to twist one senator's arm. No, he's not going to do it. So the Senate removes the $15 minimum wage. It goes back to the House. It goes back to the House. And they pass it. 10th of March, on motion to concur in the Senate amendment. So basically, this thing went back to the House, minus the $15 minimum wage, and they all voted for it. They all voted for it, right? Look at them. Ocasio-Cortez, she voted for it. Yeah. Ilhan Omar voted for it. Jamal Bowman. And we got, of course, Cori Bush. And remember, you remember what AOC said? You can use leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives. Like a $15 minimum wage vote in the first 100 days. Doable. So she lied about Medicare for All. She said, no, we can't force the vote. We can't hold Nancy Pelosi. We can't hold Nancy Pelosi's re-election, her speakership re-election, hostage. We can't leverage that against her in order to force her to force a vote on Medicare for All, right? Said, no, we can't do that. It's not a good idea. We can do that later, like when Biden is elected and, you know, in the first 100 days, then we can play hardball. Then we can, you know, put our foot down to get a $15 minimum wage passed. So again, it was in there at first. It goes to the Senate removes it. It comes back to the House and they all vote for it without the $15 minimum wage. What the fuck is this? Why didn't you do this? You said you were going to do this crap. You said you can use leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives, like a $15 minimum wage in the first 100 days. Guys, remind me real quick. What is that called again when a politician says something and then does something else? What is that called again? What is that? You fucking lied. You're a liar. That is a fucking lie. Look, the receipts are right there. You fucking lied. You said you were going to use your leverage to push for $15 minimum wage. And then what did you do? You fucking voted for this bill without the $15 minimum wage. You could have put your foot down. Look, you only needed 9 votes. You only needed 9 votes to hold up this bill. 9 of you could have done this. You could have twisted Joe Biden's arm instead of Joe Manchin. Your whole strategy was we have to get progressives elected so they can do this, so they can form a bloc, put their foot down, and go head to head with Democrats, not Republicans. Any old schmuck can do that to Republicans. We don't need you to do that. No, you were sent to play hardball. Where is it? Where is it? Why the fuck did you vote for this bill without the $15 minimum wage? What is wrong with you? But again, they did the same shit in December, right? With the $600 check, the crumbs, the insult that they gave you at the end of the year. They did the same shit. People are like, oh no, they didn't vote for that. No, you're a liar. Oh my God, how fucking dare you? Isn't that embarrassing? Isn't that embarrassing of you? You can't even check the fucking roll calls, man. They voted no on the omnibus with the military budget in it. You want to give them credit for that? Great. But when it came to the bill that did not include the defense budget, meaning just the $600 crumbs, they voted for that shit. Right? Except who again didn't vote for it? I think it was Tulsi Gabbard, Rashida Tlaib. Right? They're the only two who didn't vote for it because it's insulting. Because those are crumbs. It's not enough. And then even Donald Trump comes and outlefts you and he's like, you know, I want to give $2,000, not $600. How embarrassing is that? So, and again, with Nancy Pelosi, they fucking snuck in through the back door. Like literally, they weren't there at first. And everyone was like, oh my God, you see, look, they're such heroes. They're not voting for Pelosi. And then they all of them, every single one of them, Cori Bush, Bowman, all of them, they came and fucking voted for Pelosi. Oh God. These people just love getting cucked, right? They love finding fucking justifications for this shit. These are Democrats, right? These are Democrats now. They're not progressive. No, they're Democrats. They are providing cover for the Democratic Party. They're just shit talkers. That's it. They're liars. Look, I brought receipts. Are you going to deny the receipts? This is the receipt. Look, it's not some vague kind of reference. She is literally saying we are going to use leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives, like a $15 minimum wage vote in the first 100 days. I mean, down to the goddamn letter, she's referring to this scenario, and she fucking lied. She did not put her foot down. She did not use the leverage. None of them did. Not one of those motherfuckers did. How many times does this need to happen before it gets through your head that they're playing with you? How many times? What kind of an opposition is this? This is bullshit. In the UK, just to give you a contrast, when they were trying to, they were getting the spy cops bill through, right? To let undercover police become criminals. Like it literally says in the bill, I covered this with you. It gives them criminal authorizations to act like criminals in the name of policing. The Labour Party, okay, which is now headed by Keir Starmer whipped everyone in line. He said, you're going to abstain, which is essentially just let it go through because all the Tories are going to vote yes for it. And you had 36 members of parliament in the Labour Party who defied him. They defied the whip. They're like, screw you. We are voting against this crap. By principle, just 36 people. It's not going to make a difference. By principle, they fucking voted against it. And, you know, some of them got suspended. Because, you know, some people have a backbone. Some of them. Where is the backbone here? This is gaslighting. I mean, like, the quintessential example. They taking you for suckers, man. Taking you for suckers. And what's outrageous is they could have actually made a fucking difference here. They actually had the numbers. It's razor thin. You just needed 9 people to do it. 9. And what do? They turn around and frame it as a win. A win. You call this a win. You can't deliver on your core policies. You call that a win. You have a sleazeball, war criminal, Joe Biden, a Democrat in the White House. You control the White House. You control the Senate just barely. You control the House. And you call that a win. No, this is bullshit. This is pathetic. This is you lying. You're liars. You fucking lied. Right there. Receipts. You lied. You said one thing, and then you did another. You voted for that shit. You voted for it minus the $15 minimum wage. Nah. I'm not buying it. Sorry. No. So I just wanted to issue a small correction about the vote tally, right? So I swapped them around. That's what it is. Again, my point still stands. I told you the same thing last time. My point still stands. They're taking you for fools. What excuse do you have for this? There's no excuse. And if you want to come along here and say, well, look, man, they had to get this relief out. They needed to give these $1,400 checks to the people. What? You've been saying that since the beginning. You said that to justify giving the corporations $2 trillion last year. Every single time you say that. How much relief have you gotten so far? 3 checks? 3 checks in a year? That's not relief. You're being robbed. You're being given crumbs and lied to. And they're marketing it to you as relief. It's not relief. They're robbing you. They voted to give trillions to corporations. Did you get trillions? If you got trillions, maybe you should fucking tell us. And then I'll believe you that that's relief. If you did not get trillions, that's not relief. Okay? The corporations got trillions. You got jack shit. Donald Trump has given you more than this. That fucking clown gave you more than Biden up till now. You call that relief? Have some self-respect, man.